Hello fellow dairy farmers. Today we're going to take a closer look at the manure pumping equipment and we'll add a little humor.
How'd you like to go swimming in that?
My name is Bruce and most farmers drive tractors, but I drive a wheelchair. My family is 6th generation dairy farmers here in Wisconsin. My great-great-great-grandfather came from Germany in 1849 to start farming in Wisconsin. We are the proud caretaker of 1,200 Holstein cows. Today we're going to look at some of the equipment we use for handling manure. You'll have to pardon the background noise. There's a lot of engines running in the background, so there's some noise. But we'll start here with the dump tank, or dumpster as we call it. This is the buffer to keep the tractor flowing out in the field with the applicator. We fill the dumpster and he keeps going while we change trucks. We built this dumpster in our own shop just to make it exactly what we wanted. They are available commercially. You can see that the door on the side is controlled with hydraulic rams. This is to close the door up for transport down the highway, but also we can raise and lower the door to hold more manure in comparison to the height of the truck. As we move around to the back, you can see that there are hydraulic rams to lower the wheels down for transport down the highway. The front of the dumpster is connected to the 3-point hitch of the tractor, so we lift the 3-point up to move the dumpster down the road. Now we'll move past the end of the dumpster and take a look at the high pressure pump that's mounted on the truck. That is just a diesel engine on a high pressure pump. We have the boom all the way up on the truck because there's an antenna on the top of that boom, and the tractor with the applicator out in the field needs to have remote control connection to the pump. We also have an air compressor mounted on the truck, that's what the blue engine is, and an auxiliary air compressor sitting alongside. We use air to clean the hose out at the end of the day.
Here comes the dust storm behind the trucks. Close your mouth.
Our manure tanker trailers are just old chemical or milk trailers. We remove the outside sheeting and the insulation just to save weight. Each trailer is fit with two 12-inch discharge pipes and pneumatic controlled valves. The valves are working off the air brakes on the truck. We have control over one or both of the valves, so the driver just hits a switch in the cab to unload the truck. The reason we have them separate, each pipe, so that when the dumpster is full, you can control the flow coming out of the truck. If you see the little white rod sticking off the side of the valve in the back, that's to show the driver that the valve is either open or closed. Here's a quick look inside the dumpster just so you can see what it's like inside, and now down to the front with the PTO running the pump, so the tractor is running to keep the manure flowing to the high pressure pump. We need to keep the manure flowing using the trucks so that the tractor with the applicator out in the field can keep moving. Ideally, we would not be backed up at the dumpster or at the fill station back at the farm. But sometimes things happen and the trucks have to sit and wait. It's most efficient if everything can just move one right after another. You see here as the truck pulls up, the dumpster is pretty full. If you can relate to the top of the liquid manure to the top of that door. So as you watch, the driver is just opening one valve on the pipe so that you do not overflow the dumpster. Overflowing the dumpster is a real problem because then you are driving through mud and manure. Now we'll take a quick flight out to see how far away the tractor is from the dump station. You can just see the tractor out in the middle of the field. So we were probably 3/4 of a mile away from the dump tank, pushing the manure all the way through that hose. This is a good place to show that we always apply the manure at an angle to the outside of the field. And the reason for that is you run the supply hose down the middle of the field, and then your drag line goes out to the tractor. And this, as you get further away from the main hose, the supply hose, you are traveling less distance across the field. So the length of hose that you need is less, and therefore less stress on the hose as you're dragging all that hose across the field. Almost all manure pumpers use this same method, so it's not unique to our farm. We're using an 8-inch hose which supplies about a little under 3,000 gallons a minute, so the tractor can keep moving, and the volume of manure coming through depends on the distance from the pump and any hills and obstructions that the hose has to go over. You can see the long pipe out the back of the applicator. This just helps as he turns, so you're not running over the hose as you turn around. Now here you can kind of see where the hose goes. We go down to the middle of the field and we're dragging the drag line, and this right here is the supply line. So that line will go all the way back to the pumping station. We're moving kind of fast here. I speeded this up. Didn't think you needed to watch all the way back. But as we come back, we'll just see again why that antenna is up so high. We have hills to go over and quite a distance. I'm going to end it here today with them filling the dumpster, and you can see it's almost full and he's got the valves half shut. So please hit the subscribe and the like buttons, and I will see you next video.